Hey guys, what's up? Back with another video. This time I'm going to do my Royal Rumble 2019 review. This is a request from one of my friends on Facebook, Dan. So thank you, Dan, for the suggestion. Sorry. So let's get this on the way, shall we? Very long event. Just got finished watching it, so sorry if I'm a little bit tired. I'm just it was over 4 hours long, so yeah, I'm a bit exhausted. Anyway. Let's get this on the way, shall we? We kicked off the show with Becky Lynch taking on Asuka for the SmackDown Women's title. Fun opener, even though it feels like a lifetime ago. No complaints here, though. It was a fantastic opener with a surprising finish, a surprising result, especially considering what was yet to come. Involving Becky later on in the night. It was kind of surprising that this was the result that they came up with, but yeah, I think it was the right result. Asuka deserved this win. It was a really good match too, really good opener. But yeah, it was very surprising that they had Becky lose clean, via tap out. But there again, that Asuka lock with the bridge. The Asuka lock with the bridge was kind of like, she had no way to get out of it, so she kind of had to tap out, otherwise she would have to pass out, so, pretty cool tap out, awesome stuff, good opener. Yeah, let's move on, shall we? So yeah, good opener. More on the ginger lady to come. Lovely lady she is. Anyway, next match we had the SmackDown tag team titles on the line. We had Sheamus and Cesaro, the Bar, defending the tag team titles against the besties in the world, Shane McMahon and The Miz, for the tag team titles. This was fine. It was kind of funny at times watching Shane McMahon beat up Sheamus, like the hard-nosed Sheamus being beaten up by the owner's son. Kind of funny at times. Shane McMahon was hilarious in some of the spots, like he was the one who got the swing, like Cesaro did the swing on Shane McMahon. Very funny stuff. Watching Shane go round and round, it was hilarious. The best in the world. But on this day, the best in the world was the best in the world because Shane McMahon and The Miz would win the tag team titles here. It was a fun match. It was okay. It wasn't the greatest match of all time by any standards, but I had fun watching it. When I had fun watching Shane McMahon being swung and some of the bits involving Miz and Shane and Shane being Shane being beaten up was hilarious. So Shane and Miz win the tag team titles, and it was a fun tag team match. Good match. It was fine. And not every day that you see a McMahon win a title, so a McMahon won a title. So yeah, pretty cool stuff. Then we had the next match, the third match on the card. We had the Raw Women's title on the line as Ronda Rousey defended against Sasha Banks. Awesome stuff right here. Ronda Rousey, she's pretty good. When you get her in the ring with the right competitor, and she has plenty of time to practice the match, like it's a pretty good match. It's the same with Logan Paul, really. Like I know a lot of people credit Logan Paul and say he's really decent, but he has plenty of time to practice the match. Like the match, this upcoming match against Roman Reigns, like he's probably practicing that for the past 7 weeks. So anyway, let's say about Roman Reigns and Logan Paul. We'll think about that when we get to Crown Jewel. But this match was pretty fantastic. Sasha Banks, you can't go wrong with being in there with Sasha Banks. Ronda Rousey wasn't being, she held up her end of the bargain, I felt, and pretty intense match at times. These two. I just love watching Sasha Banks in the ring. She's really good, and hopefully she comes back one day. And I'm not like the dog waiting for its owner. I'm not like that. So when it happens, it happens. Anyway, back to this business. Ronda Rousey, Sasha Banks, great match. A lot of intensity with it, especially with Sasha. A lot of arm work there. Ronda accidentally punched the ring post, and so she couldn't do the arm bar, and she had to figure out a way to win the match. And I think this was the first time she had to resort to winning by pinfall rather than submission. So pretty cool stuff. And Ronda retains. Good stuff. Great stuff. Then we had the Women's Royal Rumble. What to say about this one? 30 women, really good stuff. We had Charlotte Flair. It came down. I'm not going to go through the entire thing, otherwise I'll be here all day. But there were some bits I enjoyed. The Riot Squad. Poor Liv Morgan came straight in at number 4 and got eliminated straight away. So I think she lasted 12 seconds. Good to see some cameos. There was a funny bit where Selena Vega was hiding under the ring for most of the match, and she popped her head out. She popped her head out of the apron, and it's I'm being under the ring all this time. And then the same side of the ring, Hornswoggle pops his head out the ring and chases Zelina Vega into the ring, and Zelina Vega gets eliminated, and Hornswoggle chases Zelina Vega to the back. I thought it was pretty funny, Hornswoggle making an appearance at the Royal Rumble. Pretty decent stuff. Naomi and Mandy Rose had their rivalry, which extended to this Royal Rumble, and which caused both of their eliminations. And it came down to the last three was great storytelling. Lana got injured on the pre-show. Lana had gotten injured on the pre-show when Rusev accidentally knocked her off the apron, so she had an injured foot. So she came into the Royal Rumble injured, and Nia Jax she was limping to the ring so slowly that Nia Jax, the next entrant, came out, attacked her, injured her, and all the other entrants came out. I think it was number 29, number 30, and then Becky came out, who had lost early in the night and gone basically told Finlay, she can't compete, put me in the Rumble. And I loved that. I was sitting there and I was on the edge of my seat going, I was basically sitting there going, hey Finlay, you better put her in the Rumble or she'll knock you out, pal. So, put her in the Rumble. And he did exactly that. And it was pretty fun, pretty good storytelling. Being the final three with Nia and Charlotte Flair, considering their history. Charlotte Flair going back to 2018, and Nia Jax breaking her face back in on the Go Home show for Survivor Series. I'm sure I'll talk about that in another video one day. But yeah, it was pretty cool that, and looks like Becky looked like she suffered an injury to her knee. From Nia when Nia pushed off the steel steps when Nia had been eliminated. Looked like Charlotte was about to get the win, but then Becky came back in and came down to those two, and the underdog Becky Lynch, got her moment. Becky Lynch won the Royal Rumble, and it was pretty. I extended all my energy into that Royal Rumble because I feel like it should have gone on last because it was the biggest. It was the biggest moment. It was the biggest pop of the night, and as I'm about to go on to with the next match between Daniel Bryan and AJ Styles, everything a lot of it suffered. A lot of the other stuff suffered because of they had already extended all their energy towards the Becky Lynch moment. So I really feel like this match should have gone on last. But apart from that, awesome stuff, awesome moment. Really happy about this match. The Women's Royal Rumble 2020, awesome stuff. I think this might be the second or third time where I've actually preferred the Women's Royal Rumble to the men's. Like this year's Royal Rumble, the 2022 one too. Spoiler alert, by the way. Anyway, I enjoyed that Royal Rumble. Becky Lynch getting the win and going on to WrestleMania, pretty cool stuff. Then we had the next match. We had Daniel Bryan versus AJ Styles for the WWE Championship. Unfortunately, this match had the unfortunate placement of being the match after Becky Lynch winning the Royal Rumble. So the crowd and I were very, at the highest of highs, and we had to come down to, we got exhausted. We exhausted all our energy. So this next match was kind of just there. It was fine for what it was, but it didn't help that they were doing the right stuff. It just felt like it was it was just bad placement on the card, and You know, it felt like they were wrestling in a morgue, basically. The crowd was dead. The finish didn't really help that much with Eric Rowan aligning himself with Daniel Bryan and costing AJ Styles the match, and you know that partnership starting. But it was kind of a lackluster ending. But apart from that, it was a fine match. It just unfortunate placements that it came after the Becky Lynch match. Becky Lynch always causing trouble. So yeah, that was fun. Then we had the next match. We had Brock Lesnar defending the WWE Universal Championship against Finn Balor. This was exactly what we needed after that moment. It was it was like a 6 or 8 minute match. Didn't go that long. Finn Balor, it went straight into the action. Boom, boom, boom. Brock Lesnar did some really good selling of the stomach. So basically, he was going to throw Balor onto the table, and Balor reversed it, and Brock went stomach first into the corner of the edge of the table. And of course, Brock Lesnar has a history of dealing with diverticulitis, which is something to do with his stomach. I don't know the ins and outs of it. Something to do with his stomach, and he had to have it sorted. It was a big problem for his UFC career. It sidelined him for a big portion of his UFC career when he was the heavyweight champion. So, good that he played off that. He really sold it well. Like I can imagine he can sell it well because he can imagine what it he's had that problem. He's had problems with his stomach, so I can imagine him selling that the pain of the discomfort of the stomach very well. So that stopped him from doing a lot of his moves like the German suplexes and the F5s. And Finn Balor really capitalized on that, which was really good stuff. And then Brock had to, at the last moment, when Balor was going for the pin, Brock countered him and grabbed him in the armbar, and he it was like that last resort for Brock, as the desperation, an act of desperation for Brock, as he had to get the Kimura lock and make Finn Balor tap. So great stuff there. Unfortunately, it was kind of undone. All the great selling, it was kind of undone by the post-match when he kind of just did all his moves anyway. He did a couple suplexes and then he F5'd the guy and was like, and I'm sitting there going, you've just undid everything, everything, all the great selling you were doing. Like, it was what it was, but I wasn't a fan of the post-match. I kind of felt like he could have left it at him beating him with the armbar. But it was what it was. Anyway, on to the Men's Royal Rumble, the main event, the Men's Royal Rumble. Couple spots which were funny. I enjoyed the Elias Jeff Jarrett communication at the start of the match. I may get some trouble for this, but Jeff Jarrett looked like a gay lampshade. His outfit did not look pleasing whatsoever. He looked like a gay lampshade. That's the way I described it. And him and Elias had some fun back and forth at the start. Looked like they were going to do a duet, and then Elias turned on him. Fun stuff. The treatment to Kurt Angle wasn't very nice. He came in at number 4 and got eliminated just before number 6 came out. So that was I didn't like that. Kurt Angle should be treated better than that. It was a nothing elimination. And then the other moment I want to mention is towards the end. Randy Orton gives Nia Jax an RKO. So Nia Jax takes out R-Truth, who's number 30, and she takes the spot, and she eliminates Mustafa Ali, which was like, oh, what the hell? Like, what? Really? Like, Mustafa Ali had to be the unfortunate soul to be eliminated by Nia Jax. And then Randy Orton just RKOs Nia Jax after a bunch of it's just funny, man. Like, Randy Orton, that sneaky viper, RKO's Nia Jax to cause no elimination. Anyway, it comes down to Seth Rollins and Braun Strowman, and of course Seth gets the win with the curb stomp on the apron, eliminating Braun Strowman. It was fine. Apart from those 2 instances where Elias and Jeff Jarrett and the RKO to Nia Jax, there wasn't really too many big moments in this Royal Rumble. But it was an okay Rumble. They had some bright spots like the NXT guys coming up, like Johnny Gargano, Pete Dunne, and Aleister Black and all that stuff, which had potential, but didn't lead to anything much. But yeah, Seth Rollins winning the Rumble, good match. Shame that the crowd didn't really, they were burnt out by the end, the same as I, and just waiting for it to be over. And yeah, I really wish that they would have put Becky's moment on last rather than rather than how they did it. So yeah, pretty cool stuff. I'm gonna give this a what did I give it? A 7 out of 10. Yeah, cool event. Hope you enjoyed it, video 2, and I'll see you guys in a bit. And I'm out!